Hi, today I want to speak about patriarchy. If you can recall, last video we spoke about the three waves of feminism. Today I want to introduce you to the idea of patriarchy. So some of you might have heard of the word patriarchy. However, I don't think many people in society know what it really means. And it's a difficult and complex issue that not even I can define in one sentence. Patriarchy is a system in our society that oppresses women, and patriarchy gives men a benefit. Men benefit from the system. They get better workplaces, they get better payments, they can live in nicer houses, they can go to work. Men do not always cause patriarchy, however, they do benefit from it. So what this is, you have to think it's very complex. Let's take an example. At the workplace, a equally qualified woman and an equally qualified man apply to a position as a manager. Now you can guess who the person will be that will be picked. Patriarchy can be unconscious, and that's why the boss who reads through the applications could pick the man over the woman, both equally qualified, just because he's a man. Patriarchy starts deep in our education. How we are educated by our parents tends to influence our views on patriarchy. If we grow up in a family that is very, very conservative in this matter, woman stays at home, looks after children, dad goes and works, gets the money, woman is the one who has to be the emotional one, and dad has to be the strong one that doesn't show any feelings, then children will most likely adapt to the system and give it onto their families. So patriarchy starts at the education level. It is engraved into our brains, and we learn how to adapt to it. However, we need to focus on solving it. Now, the question is, can you solve patriarchy? Well, not directly. However, you can try to fight it. You can try to fight against it. You can try to break it. Bell Hooks, a feminist activist, speaks about in her essays, she speaks about patriarchy. She speaks about how men are not the cause of patriarchy, at least not always. They can support it, however, they are not the cause of it, because they are also forced into stereotypes. They are not allowed to show any feelings in this system. They have to be the strong man who looks after their family. They have a huge responsibility when it comes to working. Women, obviously, are put into the stereotype of staying at home, being the emotional ones, being the overreacting ones, being the ones who have to care for the children, things like this. These are stereotypes that are enforced by patriarchy. So when we speak about patriarchy, we also want to think about how it affects internalized racism and oppression. Patriarchy has a certain degree of intersectionality. It is linked to capitalism, it is linked to colonialism, it is linked to various factors. And when we speak about internalized oppression, we are speaking about if you hear the same stereotypes again and again and again, at some point you're going to have them in your head and you're going to think, maybe I am this person. Maybe I have to stay at home and look after the children. Maybe I'm not allowed to show feelings. And these stereotypes become dangerous as soon as they become internalized oppression, because then we cannot think clear of these stereotypes anymore. We will always think in that kind of mindset. So it's very important that we try to break this, that we educate our children in a way that is not enforcing patriarchy on them, and that we are aware of what effects patriarchy has. That was a try to summon this very complex issue in a few minutes. If you have any questions or if you have any concerns, comments, let us know, and I'll see you in the next video.